Okay, folks, this is an update on our eCore College Algebra class. Um, there's been a lot of good work on the introduction and the discussions, and that's a great thing. I want to take a moment and give you a brief video um, on particularly about how to work lessons. So again, we went through the intro. We looked at the syllabus. We read the syllabus. We took the mandatory quiz. By the way, that's due Friday at noon. We did our introduction, and we posted two other reports, our replies to others, and we have that calendar. The calendar is going to be a very important part of the course for you. There's probably some other things like exploring some of the features of the platform, but that's it. That's it. That's your basic introduction material. Now, what we need to do is we need to talk about the basics of working a lesson. I've got some emails about this. I want to make sure that I'm answering your questions. Okay, so here's our course, and what we want to do is we want to go over to content, okay, and then we want to click on the table of contents, and I think I explained this a little bit about course resources, okay? Let's go to lesson one. We want to work lesson one. Okay, notice on the right side that we have several things related to lesson one. Okay, so what I want to do is the student says, I want to know, what I need to do to work a lesson completely. And basically, you want to check off these tasks, and you check off the task by doing the task. So, for example, on the advanced organizer, this may not line up on my screen too well, but you want to, you want to read all of this, and you want to okay, I understand what I'm supposed to be doing, in this unit. And then also you can, if you want to, click over here to the right to go to the next task. But I'm going to click up here, lesson one, so we can go back to that familiar screen. All right. So here's one about assignments. Okay, so this is telling you the assignments that are due for lesson one. And in order to find those assignments, they're in the two books that are supplied. You don't have to read the books, okay? You could just click on these assignments. For example, I'm going to click on this. All right, notice it's 1.1. It's 1.1 of one of the books. Here's a little review. Here's some reading about sets of numbers, okay? And then we go down here to the end, and you'll see the assignments that are assigned to that particular section. Okay, I like this. This is a good little review called Key Takeaways. And then here's your, assignment problems. A lot of the assignments are already sort of scaled down just to the assignments that you need to know. For example, now watch what I do. It's very, very important to follow what I do here, okay? If I click on this, I'm going to get to chapter contents. I don't want to do that. I want to get to, I want to get back to my lesson one, tasks. So I could click on table of contents, and then I can go back to my lesson one. Okay, so remember that. So there's the assignments, and then it's from those two books. Here's a lesson about real numbers, interval notation, absolute value, distance between 2 points, basic rules of algebra, okay? So as far as the work is concerned, it was only in the assignments. So you will have to do that work. Now, for me, a bare minimum would be the odd problems, but I would just do what is assigned there. Please keep that in mind. Now, when you get down to the end of a lesson, you'll notice two things. There's a quiz, okay, which you need to take. And then after you're done with the quiz, I want you to take and do the discussion for that lesson. That way you could express, what you felt about that lesson or what you believed or what you thought. And I have in here the prompts. If you click on the lesson discussion, whoops, I don't want you to do that. Click on the lesson discussion. Then you'll come to the screen in the discussions, and where I have all of the directions. I tell you how many points they're worth, and then you can see some people have already made their lesson post. Okay, so basically you read the directions and you answer the questions. If I say give me 2 things for 50 points and you only give me 1, you're going to get 50 points, not 100. Okay, so make sure if you follow the prompts, the points are really not a big issue. Please use standard English. Now, there is one thing I want to point out to you about these lesson posts. I have made several videos, many of these just on my own, particularly for you or for this particular class, over things that may be sticking points, okay? And so you may want to look at these. You do not have to look at these supplementary videos, okay? So they could be something to encourage you, something to explain something, but again, they're not part of the task list, so you don't have to do that. Please keep that in mind. I have several all the way through the lesson. Some I may add, some I may take away. So please be mindful of that as well. A lot of people say they like video help, and again, if it helps you, use it. If not, don't use it. All right, so I can go back to the lesson here. See, I did that. I just clicked on that link, and then this is lesson 1. How do I know that I'm done with lesson 1? You know when you're done with lesson 1 when you get to the discussion and you made your discussion post, okay? Does that make sense? All right, please make sure that you're following the calendar, and please keep in mind, I don't know what to do here. There you go. Try to keep in mind the calendar is the slowest pace. The slowest pace. You should not be going any slower than the calendar. And it's all laid out for you, okay? I suggest you print that out, but you heard me say that before, so I'm not going to repeat myself. Folks, this is a great way to do college algebra. Knowing how to do a lesson, from beginning to end is very, very important. Also, please keep in mind at some point I'm going to be asking you to, quote, hand in your assignment. I'll explain what that means later. So as long as you're doing the assignment work, okay, that will not be a problem. Okay, if you're not working, that will be a problem, and I don't want that to happen to you. All right, so please email me if you have questions. Please make sure that you get a copy of that calendar and have it with you at all times. And if you want to go ahead in the learning, you can, okay? But you can't take the quizzes at any time. You can't take the test at any time. There's a window of opportunity, and you'll see that as you go through. So enough said there. Hope you got something from it, and best wishes to each and every one of you.